I have to apologize, the lighting isn't too great in here. As you can see, I'm at the winery. I am doing a mystery tackle box review, which isn't my typical cup of tea. But I got the panfish box, expecting it to be well worth my time. I have a lot of bass equipment and a little bit of panfish in my tackle box, so I figured let's get a panfish box and do more pan fishing. Catch some bluegills, maybe some other little things. Anyway, so I got it, and not the happiest guy in the world. Just not exactly what I'm looking for. So here goes. I'm gonna go through the box with you. So here's the box. Open it up. I've already fished it a little bit. I took it to a little trout pond. It's a stocked pond here in Texas. Obviously we get the deal, what's inside. This is an interesting list. I'm just gonna go through it because, you know, when I expect to get $25 worth of stuff for 15 bucks, I expect to like at least get what I feel it's worth. Not necessarily price tag. These hooks are great. This is something I didn't have. The shape is something I'm not used to. I just don't typically fish that shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it. But yeah, these they had at $3.99. That's probably about average. I typically don't spend more than a few bucks on a pack of hooks. But I mean, you know, it's quantity 8, size 6. Yeah, I'd say it's worth $3, but not necessarily something I buy myself. But I'll use it. These guys are kind of cool. I saw these and I thought they were cool. There's also a white one that goes in right there, with some glitter in it. I like the color of the middle one. I like the white one. The white one's on my pole right now. Again, I mean, I probably wouldn't buy this for $6.25 for 3 little tiny jig lures. You can buy packs of jigs for a couple bucks. I don't know. So this to me is worth maybe $3. So I'm up to like $5 worth of stuff. These guys, I probably would buy this. These white little tadpoles. I'd probably pay. Let's see how many is in there. 20 count. I'd probably pay $2. They had that priced at $5.39. That's just, yeah. These guys, another $2 I would pay. You know, these little chartreuse wheel tails. They had this at $1.99. See, $2. That's worth it. I feel like the white ones are about the same deal. You know, I saw this and I really liked it for trout. I was gonna go fish it. I actually put it in the water a little bit yesterday. I put it back in the package. Pond just wasn't deep enough for it. You know, it was just dragging leaf on the bottom. So I thought that was a cool lure. I like it. I'd probably buy this one for deeper water or for a faster current. They have that $7 though, and I definitely wouldn't pay $7 for it. You can get the same thing or something really similar looking to this for a couple bucks, $2-3. It's not like a really technical lure. Anyway, so like I said, $3, $2, $2. What's that up to? 7, maybe $2-3. So that's 10, and then $2, 12. So I feel like I got, in my mind, what it feels like is $12 worth of stuff. I know their prices are higher, but I feel like I should have been more excited about getting a box for a mystery tackle box. I've seen a lot of reviews on their bass boxes. I thought it was going to be more than just 5 items since it's panfish. You know, panfish, I mean, the stuff's not expensive. I don't know. I expected kind of like an overflowing box of panfish equipment because panfish are not as expensive to fish for. 5 items. My buddy just got a MTB bass box and got 5 items that were each worth a lot more than each of these items. Like, I mean, I'd say he probably had easily $25 worth of stuff in his box. In my mind value. I don't know. I'm just not happy. I've switched my subscription to Bass. I'm going to give it one shot. But if I'm not impressed with the next box, I'm going to cancel. And I guess that's what the service is good for. You know, you don't have to stay in it if you don't like it. But I'm just hoping Mystery Tackle Box will see this and maybe step up their panfish box game. I would have figured maybe 2 more items in there, maybe a couple more hard lures or something like that, you know. I got a lot of soft plastics in here, but as I said, there's a few things in there I would fish and a few things not too excited about. So yeah, I guess since I made that video, I realized I didn't really list my gripes. Well, number one is that I didn't feel like the value was good enough. I don't really feel like I got $25 worth of tackle. A silly one, I guess, would be that they gave me this heavy metal tungsten sticker. Basically, they're asking me to advertise for a company's equipment, and they didn't give me that company's equipment. Heavy metal tungsten was the sticker they gave with the bass box, and they gave a tungsten jig head or jig in a bass box. And so I feel like it just got thrown in there because that's the sticker they had available, whereas there wasn't any heavy metal tungsten products in my thing. So I guess that's just I feel like it's silly to send somebody that, but that's not a big deal to me. I don't really care about the sticker. The sticker to me isn't a big deal. I'm 35 years old. I don't put stickers on things. The main gripe for me, well, the value is the main gripe. Second gripe would be that they sent me mostly micro tackle. I mean, and I understand it's a panfish box, but the biggest things in there was that Arctic Visks lure, which is pretty cool, but and I would probably buy that for a few bucks. But and then the little Kraken deals, which were also pretty cool, but again, I wouldn't pay the price for it. But that's just me, and I know that's nothing on them. But they gave me a bunch of little micro worms and then size 6 hooks, which don't match. I figured that if you're gonna send grubs or minnows, worms, things, soft plastics that need hooks, you send the hooks that go with those soft plastics instead of larger hooks that like I said, I don't usually buy that type of hook. I'm going to find a way to use them because I like trying new things. But I would have more appreciated maybe a couple micro jig heads to go with those micro grubs, or maybe some tinier hooks because I like micro fishing. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to catch monster bluegill on those things because I mean they're so small. I mean you'd expect to catch small fish. Maybe even trout would probably bite them, but they're not going to bite if the hook is the first thing they feel. They're not going to lock down on it. That's one thing I ran into last night trout fishing, was that I was getting a lot of nibbles on those little worms, the chartreuse, but nothing was fully biting. Even with, I had that red hook that was in the package. I had that in my tackle box. That was the smallest hook I had available. It was the only one I had, and even that was probably just a size too big. I tried different ways of rigging it to try and mask the hook so that they'd get a hold of it, but nobody committed. Not a single fish, and that's fine. That could just be my fishing skill. I'm not the best fisherman in the world. But yeah, those are my gripes.